Hey everybody, welcome back. Now in the past I've shown you some really good, affordable, budget-friendly stoves. This one isn't super expensive, but it's definitely not a budget stove. But this is one I've been waiting to try out for a while. This is the Firebox stainless steel Nano G2. Alright everybody, welcome back. So I wanted to show you this today. I've kind of put off trying a Firebox stove out for a while, and I don't know why. Probably because I have so many other types of stoves that it's like, well, do I really need one? But I wanted to try one out, and I wanted to try the smaller one out. Because I'm thinking more in a way of a small little emergency kit you might keep at work, maybe keep in your desk at your job, maybe keep in your office at home, wherever, you know, where you have it ready to go in an emergency, and you also may use it once in a while just for fun while camping. So this kind of crossed over to that territory for me. The other Firebox was a little bit big for that, although an excellent stove. It was just a little big for my kind of idea with it. And you'll notice this comes in a metal case. Now metal case isn't something you want to bang around or throw out or not use. It actually serves a purpose, and that's kind of cool too. So I'm going to show you what comes with it first. Comes in a box. This is made in the USA, by the way. These are stainless steel. You can get it in titanium as well, but these are USA made. You will get a nice little holder for your stove. You kind of get, this is a interesting instruction manual. It shows you different ways to set it up, different ways you can use the accessories, and we'll get into the accessories in a bit. Different ways to build a fire in it. However you want to do it, whether you want to side feed or top feed or whatever. And the Firebox itself. Now inside here, I'm going to open this up for you. You're going to get some carbon felt. Now this serves two purposes. If you don't want to use this box as a base, you can put this down, and this will resist burning, and it will keep your ground underneath not scorched, not getting any damage. You can put it underneath there like that. So if you're burning on dry grass and you don't want it to catch, and you don't want to use this for a base, you can. Remember, you can just take the stove with you, leave that at home, and everything still fits in the storage bag. You're going to get these two little crossbars here, and these serve a purpose we'll get into in a second. And you're going to get the stove here. Now this stove is all hinged. There's no taking it apart or messing with it. It's all hinged together. Get a little look at the logo there. Okay. You will also get these sticks here, and we'll get into what these are for if I can get them out. There we go. Okay, you see they kind of got pointed ends on them. Okay, and the box. So this is going to work simply like this. You're going to take your stove and it's going to unfold. Let me move this stuff out of the way real quick. That's going to be your base, and you're going to unfold it like that. And there you go. That middle piece here, see that thing? It'll fold down automatically. Now when you set this up, you have to decide what kind of pot or pan you're going to use. Mine's going to be a little bit smaller today because I'm using my titanium coffee press. That's what we're going to use when we burn this in. So I'm going to have them facing inward. So if you notice the legs on this, on the bottom here, fit right into the notches of this little system right here. And there you go. Nice and stable and sturdy. So let's get a look at it from the top, and I want to explain some stuff to you. Now when you first unfold this stove, you're probably going to think, what the heck? Because it's a little bit weirdly shaped. That's so it folds nicely. It's kind of in on one side, and there's a little dent here, it looks like, a bend. It's all supposed to be there. If you look down on it from the top, it doesn't look perfectly square. You're like, what the heck is this? Well, it's all supposed to be like that. That's to make it easier for it to fold back down again. But this is basically how it's going to work. Now, as far as the accessories that come with this kit, you remember these two L-shaped brackets here? This is for your felt. Your felt can be used not only as a base, but it can also be used as a windbreak. So what you can do with this is stick this in here, stick this in the ground, and you have yourself a little bit of a windbreak using these. These here, you'll notice these little holes on the side here. Okay, these here, I'm going to try to do this with this hand here, will go through here and through the other side, like that. And the way they're designed, they're not going to pop out with all the different bends and twists in them. They're not going to just pop right out of there. Okay? Let's get it in there like that. Now if you notice from the top here, that is an absolute perfect size for a Trangia stove. So again, if I were using the Trangia, I'd flip my legs outward like that, maybe, so I could light it. There we go. And I just drop my Trangia in there, and it will hold the lip of the Trangia. Really, really simple. They say it's the perfect sweet spot. It's about 1 inch from the top position. It will hold a regular Trangia stove there. So that gives you a good solid burn sweet spot right there. Now there's loads of accessories for this. You can keep these hands in, and there's a little plate that goes in here so you can use solid fuel, little Esbit tablets. There's a, gosh, what do they call it? An ultimate kit or something, I forget, that will put 2 of these together and make it a double stack, double height stove. So let me back up and give you a little more information on this. So this stove here, if you just deal with the stove only, is less than 6 ounces. They do have a titanium model, which I didn't choose to buy, but you can, which is less than 4 ounces in titanium. It's only about 3 inches wide, folds down to a ridiculously 0.25 inches thick. And with its proprietary cross-feed fuel delivery system, this little camp stove can bring 2 cups of water to a boil in under 5 minutes. That's what they say. We're going to find out today, because I'm going to be making some coffee with it. I want to see, I don't think that this pot is going to fit on that with the, yeah, see, I'm going to have to move the legs in. That might be fine for you guys, but I'm going to move the legs in. I'm going to turn them in, and that's what we're going to use today. This is my little coffee press. So we're going to try that out. I'm really pleased with the design of this so far, and I have to tell you, when I picked it up, you could feel the difference. If you buy a cheap little wood-burning stove on Amazon as opposed to this, you can actually feel the difference of it. This feels like this would last me a lifetime, whereas some of the other ones, they'll work. They haven't caused me any problems yet, but they don't have that quality feel. This is a little bit thicker, heavier gauge stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about warping or anything like that. I've had some of the cheaper, you know, those ones that you slide all together stoves, and I've had some of those warp a little bit. They still work, they still go together, but they are warped and they'll sit kind of odd and twist all over the place. So it is a pretty secure spot here. Don't mind the truck noise outside if you can hear it on camera. That's just the garbage being picked up. There you go. That's a pretty darn secure, for such a small package, a pretty darn secure system going on there. Really can't beat that at all. So, this even accepts a Trangia gas burner if you have one with the Nano sticks in here. You can actually snap the Trangia gas burner in there and that will work as well, and run it out one of the side feed ports for wood. So I already have some wood chopped up with this. The good part about this is if you live in an area where you're walking along and there's a lot of twigs on the ground, perfect stove for twigs. You really don't need a ton of wood to do this. I batoned down some wood the other day for this. I went and got some firewood the other day and I batoned down some, and I'm like, whoa, I think I did a little too much. And another thing too is this is a very small area here, so you're going to want the twigs. You're going to want to be able to break them into little pieces, toss them in there, and light up a good fire. So the stove itself, it's 3 inches or 8 centimeters. The height's 4.75 or 12 centimeters. Folded again, we said it was 0.25 inches or 0.675 centimeters. And the weight is 6 ounces or 170 grams. The carbon felt, 6.75 inches by 4.75 inches. Fits inside this case perfectly. And we are going to put that up. We're going to try to put it up. Basically, you just stick this end in the ground, and you will stick this part through it here so that you can use it as a windbreak. Real simple idea. I am going to try and do that. I don't think we might need it today. It is really cold out there, but it's not very windy yet. These are, as I said, made in the USA, and they're made of stainless steel. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it outside and give it a burning and try it out. All right, so we're outside here, and once you actually see, here's some twigs I picked up from my yard. Once you actually see the size of the stove, you realize, yeah, these are perfect, you know, for at least getting it started. You can just toss them in there. That one fell right through, of course. But yeah, it's a good way to get it started. You can stick them in through here. I do have some other stuff cut up over here. And once you see what you'd consider small wood for other fires, for this stove, you understand, yeah, you got to really have some small little twigs and stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up, and then I'll bring you back when we get it going and get the fire going in it. And I'll put in sticks on both sides here. Get a little bit of stuff in there to get it going, and we'll try it out. Alright, so we're pretty well set up now. Got my tinder ready, got my firebox ready, got some extra wood in the back, got my water ready to go. I'm just going to strike up my tinder here, and that's just some dryer lint with a feather stick curled into it. Feather stick cut into it. There we go. Throw that in there. Right on top. And we'll get it going. We'll see how well this works. So far it's taking it pretty well. So I'll bring you back once we got a good full fire going, and we'll put on the water. Alright, we're about, I don't know, a minute later, and there it goes. It's going pretty good. And like I said, I really didn't have a need for the firebox, for the windbreak. Again, I'm doing it on concrete here. I didn't want to go in the backyard because it's just too darn cold this morning. So I'm just doing it on the side of the house here. And I didn't really have a need for it because there's really no wind, but you see how efficiently and nice that's burning. So I'm going to put a little more wood in here, and we're going to get our coffee water on, and we'll see how well it works. Now I'm not going to time it. I'm not going to sit here and time it down to every last second, but we'll see how well this does. Just wanted to give you a look here as it progresses. The nice part about being able to feed in the wood, you can feed it in through the top if you have to, like that. But the nice part is you can feed it in through the sides, and it's very, very easy to do. And it seems that it catches quicker. I've had stoves where you can feed in on the bottom, and they don't seem to catch as quick as this. Already I'm shoving this stuff in, and I just put it in a few minutes ago. So it definitely burns very, very well and very efficiently. I'm going to let this burn out, too, and show you what's left of the ashes, because I think it's going to probably be a pretty good, efficient burner. Alright, just wanted to show you a little bit on the inside of the pot there. It seems to start getting some bubbles. It seems to starting to get some bubbles on the bottom. I hear the water kind of rumbling along there. And if you noticed on the bottom here, I'm able to put in larger sticks. You can put anything that will fit through that hole, even if it's really long and sticking out, and just kind of feed it in as it goes. Or you can feed in stuff through here. There's more than enough room. And you see that piece there, I'm going to shove it in. There's more than enough room. All in all, so far I'm very pleased with it, and the water is starting to boil up. Alright, there we go, we got a rolling boil. So I'm going to put my coffee in, and we're going to let the stove die down. And it did use up the wood I batoned. I didn't baton a ton of it. It was nothing special. This is just firewood that I picked up the other day. So we're going to get that off there. There we go. And you see inside there, it's a pretty darn efficient burn. So we're going to let that burn up for heat because it is kind of cold out here this morning. And it is giving off a nice little bit of radiant heat. And make our coffee. Good old cheap Folgers. I'm just going to dump it in here and stir it up. There we go. Let that sit and press this, and what I want to do is let this burn out. So I'm going to let that water burn, that fire burn out, and I'm not going to put it out with water, and we'll see what's left, because I got to say it seems like a really efficient burn. Some of the other wood stoves that I've tried in the past, you know, the ones you slide together and slot together, they don't burn as efficiently as that, and you're always dumping out, as you can probably see over here, chunks of charcoal out of it. This looks like it's going to be pretty much ash once I'm done with it. So you see in a few minutes once that's all burned out, and we'll give you my final thoughts on it once it's inside and we're done. Alright, it's cooled off a little bit just for time constraints. I'm going to dump it out because I got other stuff to do today. It does still, you know, I have the gloves on, but it does feel pretty warm still, which is impressive. Let's see what we got as far as what's left in it. Yeah, that's mostly ash. I would say that is a pretty efficient burn, and I can definitely feel the heat coming off that, so I'm going to put it down. But as you can see, that's mostly ash left over there. That's pretty darn good. So far, pretty pleased with it. All right, let me clean up my mess out here. We'll bring it inside, and I'll give you information on it and how much it costs and where you can pick one up. All right, so I went inside. I've wiped everything out. Really just got the ash and the charcoal out. And as you can tell, I got it all over my hands. Anyway, there's the Firebox stove. Just a little colored from the heat. And the base here. So you want to put it all back together again. Well, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take these two long sticks here for the windbreak and put them on either side. Okay. You just drop them in there, like that. Okay. This guy will fold back up again, okay? You're just going to push up in there, and then fold it down like that. I don't know if you saw that. I might have pulled it on camera. Okay, you push the middle in, push down, and down, and that's it. It's that simple. Now you're going to pull these legs up as high as you can on each side, so it fits in there, like that. And if you notice, there's no warping, no damage, nothing tweaking around in there. Perfectly fine. You're going to put your little Nano sticks in there. And your felt, what I like to do with the felt, what I found, just messing with it the last few days, is to just put it on top. This will keep it from jangling around in your backpack and making a whole lot of noise. And that's it. There's your kit. So, price-wise, these are about $50. The titanium ones are about $70. But these are bomb-proof and will last you a lifetime. After that fire out there, you see how well they work. It did boil that water fairly quickly. Perhaps we'll do another test with it later where I'll actually time it. But I would say it was in the 5 to 6 minute range, no problem at all. It's a very efficient stove, worked very well. Didn't make a big mess, If you're looking to leave a very small footprint behind, maybe in a bug-out bag where you're cooking on the go and you got to stop and do something, but you don't want to leave a big footprint behind. Very handy stove to have. Not too bad in the weight department. When you figure it's about the size of 2 Altoid tins, size-wise, not bad at all. So I'm definitely impressed with it. I really do like it. And you've got that multi-fuel versatility. So you can use the wood, gas, alcohol stove, gel, anything. With the kit here, as it comes for $50, the stove itself is only $39. The kit here is $50. You can use your gas, the Trangia gas burner, or the alcohol stove. You could probably fashion up some kind of plate if you wanted to out of metal to stick in there for the Trangia, not for the Trangia, for the Esbit tablets. I would just buy it. I think it's like $9 or $10. It's not expensive, and it fits right in there, and then it fits in your case too. So definitely a cool little system. I found it very easy to feed it, to use it. So I'm really pleased with it. So I will put a link down below where you can check this out in my affiliate store. Don't forget to check out our affiliate store down there as well. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life link as well. I have a video coming up on that for you people that might be interested in becoming consultants. And they have a deal going on this month. So I will be putting that out probably on Sunday. So don't forget to check that out. And don't forget to check out our preparewithiridium.com link. If you're interested in getting food for Patriots and getting set up on that and getting some freeze-dried 25-year shelf life, good food to put away, that's the way to do it. Anyway, folks, I really thank you for watching today. Have a great Friday. Stay safe and stay prepared.